In the second part of the introduction to the VetMedAcademy's goals and missions, I'd like to lay out, both for students and for a content provider, the design of an ideal VetMedAcademy learning module. This is not to say that all have to look like this, but we believe that the main elements of a student-centered approach, providing feedback, recursive feedback to the student, etc., are very important. And there are certain ways that we'd like to see those participating in developing a module, part of it or all of it, might be able to see the vision that we have, and also to use some of the tools that we have in Moodle in order to make it come to life. The basic components of an ideal module in VetMedAcademy would have the following elements. The short video, either something that's curated from the web, YouTube, or otherwise, or created and put on YouTube, for example, would be sort of something that we think that students today would like, particularly if they're brief and to the point. Of course, there's reading that can go along with this, including PDF files that include the slide material. We would feel remiss if we didn't have demonstration cases or interactive case exercises. This is what more should take place within the face-to-face learning experience of blended learning. To have web-like links of relevance to the topic, and eventually, ultimately, to have some way for students to evaluate their own understanding of a topic. And so we have evaluation, basically quizzes and tests that can be used as a pretest on a subject, pushing the student to areas of review, or study and then review. So review of a given material that's been presented. So here's an example of one of these course modules. We like to call them modules because they're not intended to be a course where somebody goes in and basically takes this and it's a beginning and an end. It's something to be used as a resource. Endocrine concepts. So we have in the first section of this a pretest. So this is a sampling of all the quiz questions within that module that could allow a student to evaluate whether they have certain areas of weakness or strength. And we recommend a level of performance of about 80%, but each question, as we'll show you, that the student would get wrong would be connected to some content, usually video, and particularly to a spot in the video that addresses that content. So it's a good way for students to review or see where their weaknesses might be. The hypothalamus pituitary section of this particular module includes links to partner, the Merck Veterinary Manual. That's basically text. And this text, as we show here, so this is the reading. We then have a series of videos that come from a variety of sources. Khan Academy, Osmosis. So Khan Academy is right here. Osmosis here. These are external curated videos that we've looked at and have evaluated for their appropriateness for veterinary students. And then a specifically designed video to address a topic that is much more specific to veterinary medicine. And finally, we have a quiz. Like each unit, each subset of the module will have a quiz that the student can take. The thyroid unit, want to show you a different type of collection of video units into modules that are basically links of connected videos, and these are called lessons in some cases. We've called it a module here. And we distinguish between the physiology and the diagnostics and pharmacology. And in addition, we have reading that the student can do as a supplement or as a primary source of information. In the video modules, most of these are YouTube videos that we've linked, embedded, and the student can then review it and then go to the quiz later, or review all of them and handle it any way they would like. This is really a student-centered approach, we hope. In addition, we have demonstration interactive cases that include something that a faculty member could or teacher could use as a case to talk students through that, or a case exercise where cases can be developed by students in the system, and we'll show more details about that shortly. This unit ends with quizzes on each of the basic modules, in this case modules about physiology. And when they take a quiz, you can see that when the student gets a question incorrect, it pushes them to not just the video as a whole, which might be another 12 minutes of trying to figure out where you want them to go, but directly the link takes you right to the spot where that subject matter of that particular question was addressed. So this provides a way of facilitating self-review by a student. And we have, in addition, examples and within the whole endocrine section of cases of various diseases, platforms that can be used, cases that have been developed on these platforms. One most notably is the Applied Learning Platform at this site, and also Scholar, and examples of cases that have been developed for endocrine students, as well as the supportive materials for the instructor. So that is our hope for an ideal learning module in VetMedAcademy. I want to remind everybody that it's really, any module is meant to be a work in progress and hopefully collaborative work as well. And we want to be aware of the links we have in this page. The Moodle LMS site is vetmedacademy.org. The evidence-based education blog, we'd encourage you to sign up for it because it describes much of the philosophy of blended learning that's out there in the education sphere. Our YouTube channel, which has many of the videos that we develop, and the LinkedIn group. We encourage you to join that as well. Finally, if anybody has any questions or would like to dip your toe into the water of becoming a content provider on VetMedAcademy, or contributing in any way, curator, reviewer, etc., please see the contact links on the website or at the beginning of this presentation to make an inquiry. Thank you.